Have you ever woken up from a dream and just thought, what on earth was that all about? One of those dreams that's so weird, so symbolic, it just sticks with you all day. Well, today we're going to try and crack that code. We are diving deep into the incredible link between our daily lives and the bizarre stories our minds cook up at night. And trust me, what we find is pretty amazing. All right, so every good investigation starts with a mystery, right? And ours begins with a really detailed, anxiety-filled dream. It's this puzzle of strange symbols, a missed opportunity, and this deep feeling of being wronged. So get this. Picture yourself in this dream. This one sentence is really the heart of the whole mystery. You have something pure, this white coin. Someone in charge leads you astray and poof, it's gone. And the worst part? You have no way to prove you ever had it. What in the world could that mean?
Okay, let's walk through the play-by-play. The dream starts out normally enough, you're on time for an important appointment, but then you're in this chaotic crowd and everyone's trading red coins, but you're holding a single white one. You're an outsider. Then comes that betrayal, and you lose your coin. But here, this is where it gets really fascinating. Your role completely flips. You go from being the victim to being a mentor, telling some student how to protect his valuable gold coins. You never actually finish your own task, but something new, a new purpose, kind of rises from the ashes.
So this is it, the big question. Was this all just, random brain noise? A bit of mental static? Or is your brain actually trying to work something out? To tell you something really important? To figure that out, we need to look for clues in the dreamer's waking life.
See, to solve a puzzle like this, we need a clue, a really big one. And it turns out, dreams don't just come from nowhere. They are deeply, deeply tied to our emotions, especially the big ones we feel right before we fall asleep. And here's our clue. The night of the dream, the dreamer watched a super intense movie. It was about a mother who sacrifices everything for her daughter, gets totally betrayed by a flawed system, and in the end, instead of revenge, she finds a way to forgive and create a new sense of meaning. Sound a little familiar? The emotional DNA is all there. Sacrifice, injustice, and finally, redemption.
So the big question is, how does the brain take the feelings from a movie and spin them into this weird dream about coins and staff members? To understand this mental magic trick, we need a tool. And in this case, our tool is a scientific framework called the Brain Kinematics Model.
Basically, the BKM says that strong emotions from our day create a kind of, a strain or tension in our minds. Sleep, then, is when the brain gets to work. It's like the night shift in a workshop. It takes all these emotional leftovers and weaves them into stories, into symbols, until that tension is gone and a new emotional balance is found.
I love this analogy. It's perfect. Every day, you've got these emotional debits and credits. Dreaming is just your brain doing the nightly accounting, making sure everything is squared away so you can start fresh the next morning. It's a huge part of how we stay emotionally healthy. All right, this is the moment we've been waiting for. We have our mystery, the dream. We have our clue, the movie. And we have our decoder ring, the BKM. Now let's put it all together and see exactly how the emotions of the movie map onto the symbols of the dream. This is where it all clicks. Check this out. Connection number 1. That powerful theme in the movie of the mother's pure, selfless sacrifice. The dreaming brain turns that abstract idea into something you can hold, a single white coin. It becomes the perfect symbol for a pure, good intention. And it doesn't stop there. Next up, that feeling of being wronged by a whole system in the movie, well, it gets a face in the dream. The deceptive staff member becomes the personification of that betrayal. And that feeling of helplessness, it's perfectly captured by losing the coin without any proof at all. And here, to me, is the most amazing part of the whole thing, the transformation. The movie ends with forgiveness and wisdom gained through suffering. And the dream mirrors that perfectly. The dreamer isn't worried about their own loss anymore. No, they're teaching someone else how to protect gold coins, a symbol of value that's been through the fire and turned into wisdom. So you can literally see the journey the brain goes on. It's this kind of moral alchemy. It starts with the pure intention, the white coin. It processes it through the pain of loss and betrayal, that void. And it comes out the other side with something even more valuable, the gold coins of wisdom. And that's the whole point.
The brain didn't just hit replay on the trauma, it solved it. It changed the dreamer's role from someone who desperately needed proof of their own worth into someone who understands worth so deeply that they can now teach others to protect it. It's incredible. Okay, so the parallels are really convincing, right? But you might be wondering, just how strong is this connection? Well, the analysis using the Brain Kinematics Model gives us a number, and it is pretty stunning. The number is approximately zero point 0.8. Now, what does that mean in plain English? It's basically a score from 0 to 1 that measures how much the emotional story of the movie influenced the dream. A score of zero point 0.8 is crazy high. It means the link between the two is incredibly strong.
So let's put that into a picture. It means that a whopping 80% of the dream's emotional blueprint, its story, its symbols, was pulled directly from that movie. The other 20%? Well, that came from the dreamer's own life. You know, their personal anxieties, their sense of duty, just their own unique way of seeing the world.
And this leads us to the big takeaway. Our dreams aren't just random static, but they're not simple replays of our day either. They're this creative fusion, this blend of powerful stories we take in from the outside world, processed through our own personal internal filter.
There's a line from the analysis that just nails it. You did not reclaim the proof of your worth, but you reclaimed the meaning of worth itself. You see, the goal of the dream wasn't to win the fight or get the coin back. The real victory was internal. It was about turning a painful feeling into a deeper understanding of what value really means. So, as we wrap this up, I want you to think about your own dreams a little differently. Maybe they aren't just strange little movies. Maybe they're a deeply personal conversation your mind is having with itself every single night, trying to balance that emotional checkbook and make sense of your world. The only question is, are you listening?